Changed matchup on Demon Deus here. And of course, damage is going to be prevalent, but in a pretty different way than I think most of us are used to seeing.
That is true. You know, an interesting start here with stacks on stacks and Timeless Creator. No real damage to be found, and boy, the bans are looking very friendly here. We got X and we got Vice ban, so we're not trying to die instantly, but you know, we might chip out a little bit here or there. Of course, we got Finny and we have Amy on the board, as well as Estelle and Juno. Hey, Juno does a little bit more damage than it seems, but 2 barriers down here. Bombateers already up right now. Let's see if they can finish the first goal. Okay, got onto the top side here. Shanzu helping with the second goalie situation here. The Joker trying to position himself with this Estelle here with the assistance of Shapeshifting Luke. They are going to lose only 1 barrier in the situation. 3Z Breezy looking quite weak. We're going to miss the Quangle there, actually. Really close situation. 3Z Breezy does get an evade out just in time. A strike shot almost takes it, but Shanzu gets their hands on the ball, especially with those blobs as well. Joker going to fight from the top side. Still a barrier here holding for Bombateers. Gumi does have Flip backing up into the goal, safely giving the ball over onto Xianzu, but actually it's going to go right through one of these blobs. Definitely got their hands on the ball, and that's going to be a first point here for Bombateers.
Yeah, it's actually looking a little scary, right? There's a lot of single hits on the side of a Demon Time, and they are against some Demon Deus monsters. Juno, of course, a character that is easily dispatched by multi-hits, of which Demon Time has none, and also that Fanny, who will be big finishing those barriers, as we see right there. It's a comp that they'll have to be very proactive against and try to not get into the bad situations. They're going to have to try and keep the core on the other side of the map, and that's easier said than done.
True. I like the preemptive flip there, of course, from Gumi to be like, oh yeah, we're about to get big finished. Let's get the heck out of here. Successfully does, and is holding a barrier there. But yeah, I mean, that's one situation where Vinny is going to struggle against Estelle if you do not spend that evade or position yourself perfectly. You're going to get sniped right in the face by that piercing shot. Luke deciding to either hold this flip or got sniped a little bit earlier than they thought. Either way, it's going to be Demon Time taking that next point. Here comes Big Finish once again. I mean, this is definitely the best part of Bombateers comp, is getting that big finish on these barriers. Does insane amounts of work to just at least steal one, almost guaranteed.
The rebound there, not what they wanted to see. Gets out of there without a barrier loss, though. And now Xianzu, the one in a little bit of damage trouble. The punch goes wide, and suddenly he's safe again. This now is going to have to put in some extra work. A shadow of the character's glory days, of course, but still as strong as ever, especially with the best now as the pilot. A flip in front, but Gumi's flip deflected, and now Xianzu looking, finds the barrier, and it's just methodical gameplay from Demon Time.
Yeah, understandably, flipping for the second barrier and with the open goal is way easier to score on basically every front. Breezy Breezy nicely dribbling into right and center. Yeah, Knight reinforces that with the dash punch to get real close to Gumi. Not a lot they could have done about that. Did have an evade if they decided to use it there, though, but it's going to be a little tricky for 3Z Breezy, and they're going to take it because of that.
Yeah, it was very, very precise. I'm impressed by the dash punch, because usually when Juliets do a flip dash punch, there's a huge gap for the goalie to vertically clear it, but there Gumi hit a pretty good angle, like a really good angle, but still got covered by 3Z, so great timing.
Yep, working on the second barrier here. More flips spent. They are enjoying taking these barriers with the flips, and honestly, I respect the heck out of that. Flipping for the second barrier, way easier to guard than it is to guard the big on open goal. Lots of blobs to assist with some of these strikes. They're covering basically everything. Shapeshifting has complete control of this forward side of the midfield, but they do manage to get the ball out of there in that almost catastrophic situation. Hits the ball down, recovers it. 3Z Breezy slots that one into the bottom side nicely. Bombateers taking the first set over Demon Time. Who could have thought?
And Juno as the first pick. This is scary. Thankfully, Hotshot not showing up, but a slew of other not very friendly awakenings here. My eyes are on that Monumentalist for the Fanny. Are they going to deny it on the Estelle? There's no way, right? Like, it's going to feel so bad. And it does fall through. And that is such a huge, huge advantage for the Bombateers here.
Yeah, I mean, if we thought Big Finish was pretty good on the barriers before, I mean, now you even have greater range to use it. I mean, this is now way more effective in general on basically the whole board, and timeless to go with it. So this is as big as it's going to get. Although it seems that the larger that the Big Finish is, the weaker the gravity field. So it's like sort of.
No. Absolutely
Is that not actually?
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you sure?
Not. Yeah. It is no.
The edges of the gravity field don't pull as much. Is that not right? I'm like almost.
No. These points are gonna be falling in favor of bombateers over and over.
I don't disagree. I'm just saying that there's, something. Anyway, first point to this set on over to bombateers. We'll do some math into that other thing later, but gonna work on this front side here. Xianzhu almost actually loses control of the ball once again. Big finish coming in. Everyone's striking it as much as possible. It's harder to get out of there. That's for freaking sure, though.
That's not looking weaker.
So damn big. I don't think it's weaker. I don't think it's weaker. Just literally like the pulling effect.
No, I don't think that pulling effect's weaker. Like they were hitting it at the edge multiple times. Those strikes were not getting it out of there.
Well, I'll believe you. Nice, great punch into dash. Actually reversing the combo there, which is going to work even way better for 3Z Breezy. Going to be able to cover that mid pass there, or the mid clear as well. And already bombateers is like on fire right now, and it could be because of this big finish, monumentalist, timeless situation going on. I mean, they literally can't get it out of there. This feels so bad if you're the opposing team, but I mean, we will say that there was a situation where they could have denied monumentalist. Again, that feels pretty bad too. But then you just kind of lose your barriers all the time, and it might have been worth thinking about.
It definitely was worth thinking about at the very least. The Joker got Demolitionist instead. Additional size, the additional cooldown reduction, pretty good, but you have to get there first, right? And the issue right now is that your team is just losing to the Fini. And when you're not losing to the Fini, 3Z Breezy is playing an excellent game. A perfect pass up to Stealth Rock, who slots it into the top corner. Juno also looking quite good as Stealth Rock pilots her. It's just a great game for bombateers.
It really is. I mean, you could even just see on these stacks on stacks. 3Z Breezy already has 150 stacks. Stealth Rock, shapeshifting doing quite well, only 86 there. So, I mean, 3Z was just in there so hard. MVP, grab and bulk up, extra health, extra damage. Can't go wrong with that. More range here, though, for Gumi to help out. Still has eject button, so might be able to cover a little bit more when it comes to the opposing side of the field here. Juno just going to deny some more health, get some for themselves. Orb Dancer, we saw a lot of Orb Dancer in the last series, but didn't seem to work out perfectly at all. And now Team Player also picked up by Luke. I love Team Player, really great at clearing and makes the opponents have to react a little bit faster. And Xianzhu grabs Stinger. A lot more damage on the board here, at least from the primary.
Yeah, well, we'll see if that makes a difference here, but my eyes are on Luke, right? They could eliminate the Fini, perhaps, especially on a map where the goalies are wandering out of their goal zone protection more often than not. But it's going to come down to consistency, and 3Z Breezy's looking so consistent. They do blast the Fini off the map, though. Without Luke, this is looking like a much more even game, but the Joker needs to find value now. Gumi in position, but 3Z Breezy just sends it away. They don't interact. Finally, a barrier take, though, and maybe Demon Time has what it takes.
They might. Wow, they do successfully clear it out of the Firewall Sentry as well. Big finish. We're going to have to flip. We could have flipped a little bit earlier there, but maybe they thought they could have gotten it out. But no problem. Still a barrier holds. And man, they knocked 3Z Breezy's head off right there. But still on the board. Nice. Gumi winning the situation against Shave Shifting there as well. 3Z taking the goalie position just for a moment to save that final barrier. Gumi not under too much pressure there. The Joker's got their back, but actually finds himself on out of here, though. Wow, second big finish of the same point. It's so rough in that spot, but they are still holding the line, and the line is just about erased as Bombateers is just a master of placing themselves. They're this positioning, the damage that they're dealing. I mean, they got 2 kills there. They are just in the driver's seat, as Saya would say.
Yeah, they're in the driver's seat. And 3Z Breezy might just be the driver of it all here. Angling for dash bunches, angling for strike wars, just playing so aggressively but so well in the midst of the enemy team. And that chip damage is also adding up. The big finish is adding up. Everything looking bad. And 3Z Breezy to redirect right to the bottom corner. Not what you want if you're Demon Time, but exactly what you want if you're the Bombateers.
And you mentioned it before about the single hit characters, the ranged characters against Juno would have a tough time, but like, you need like 5 strikes to get it out of the freaking gravity well sometimes, and that's not going to happen instantly. The barriers are gone, and they get a kill, and Luke has flip. I mean, Bombateers is on fire right now, trying to end this game here. Gumi flipping through the big finish right now and not even successfully winning out on the situation. Breezy Breezy gets in the way just enough and helps the strike through. And my Bombateers, actual demons. Demon time. They're on demon time.
I didn't expect this matchup to be like this, right? I expected a close game, but that Fini just got out of control really fast, and that's what happens in Omega Strikers if the first draft it goes so devastatingly out of your way, and a team like the Bombateers is fully equipped to capitalize with their game plan.
Facts and logic. I mean, what else is there to say about that? I mean, we did see the one situation where Joker could have denied that Monumentalist. Would that have changed the game? It's certainly possible. The ball would have gotten out of the well earlier in some situations, but it might not have changed the result of this one. I mean, man, 3Z was like really just so on point with every interaction. Dash punches were actually precise as heck. He's even using the dash to cover some out clears, especially after both barriers were gone due to Luke. And I mean, that was kind of it, right? Fini runs up, takes both barriers. 3Z's now dash punching your face in, and these characters can't really deal with it. They just simply can't deal with this comp. And maybe this was just simply a comp diff. I mean, it might have been a bomb, but that was so dominant, bro.
Yeah, the Monumentalist was really the winning ticket here for the Bombateers, but the way they played around it too, right? The curvature of the big finish, just something so difficult to deal with for the entire team of Demon Time. They're all single hit characters. They have to burn so many cooldowns to get out of the big finish. They can't just barrage it and run it forward. Strike, barrage, strike. Like, they were so weak to the Fini overall.
Yeah, I think there aren't too many characters in the game that I would say is like, yeah, this is the best character against big finish. I mean, some of the brawlers that can just like do dash and something really quick to get it on through, but certainly not on that team. I mean, now is barely getting it out of there with strike, primary strike. Like maybe just gets it out. Amy's gonna have to line up the thing, being barely use the cyber swipe to. I mean, really rough drafting there from the side of Demon Time, but certainly not out of it yet, because we would believe that Bombateers would be the underdog in this set, but they are proving me wrong. They're being the overdogs. They're being mean. They're mean on those Demon days.
Yeah, they're gonna need to find something to close the gap here, though, because that first game was rough. The second game will be on Taiko Temple, which is a map that is also pretty chaotic, pretty closed. And we'll see, because it's gonna come down to the goalies once again in a lot of senses to try and be the X factor when it comes to the defense.
Yeah, very important here on Taiko Temple. The goalies are like able to move up. The forwards can, play the interactions that they're going to with the drum on the bottom side or the drum on the top side and the ball coming through. I mean, that's like the biggest deal, right? Is the midfielders are just trying to play their 1-50-50 between strike up as the opponent covers bot or top, and then the goalie will cover the other side. Whatever, you guys know how to play Taiko Temple. But starting out here, we got Super Surge, pretty scary, and movement speed. Lots and lots of movement speed. We could give everyone 20% movement speed here right now. But do you think what do you think, Saya? 20% movement speed or Super Surge?
I think triple among Titans is pretty likely. I think it's reliable. It's just a big advantage over the enemy team. And also, Zentaro is not the brawler of choice on this patch, so I doubt that Super Surge will be seeing a large quantity of picks here.
I hear X is the brawler of choice. Is this right?
Yep. Absolutely.
X being the champion. And there he is. First pick. Hey, look, Time banned Juno. They're done with that. No more Juno. We got Bombateer banning Era. So we're not going to see any Maelstroms there either. But yeah, X first pick. So if we're talking about X being the best brawler, we got possible Super Surge X, which is extremely powerful, or the fastest X you've ever seen, which kind of makes up for some of his weaknesses of having mobility. Also having Dubu and Estelle, ball characters on the opposing side here for Bombateers. What will happen here? Bombateers was doing an insane job of killing last game, but perhaps they will do the same thing. Maybe Dubu gets the most kills this game, guys. Maybe.
Yeah, you really think so?
I mean, heck, it's not impossible. I mean, you're right near the side, and he somersaults. That thing has like 1 billion knockback.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is looking like a Dubu goalie, right? Like, it would be awesome if it was a
Yeah,
Dubu brawler or Dubu midfield, as we have seen in the past.
we have seen, yeah.
But given these teams' players, I doubt it. Unfortunately, would be awesome though.
I'm down. Fuck it. I'm down to get some Dubu forward in there. Xianzhu Aimi, we see from Gramella in the chat. All right, I'll trust you, Gramella. Xianzhu Aimi. Aimi, kind of a tough character to use sometimes. I feel like that was the hardest character for me to play goalie with, Aimi. Just lining up the primary, very tough. She's just like a high skill character. And accompanied here from Mako from Demon Time. So that looks like they're going to. It looks honestly, X and Amy are quite good at dealing damage, and Mako speeding them up is a little scary. I mean, anytime X gets speed, you are kind of questioning your life. But Asher, that's a Tycho Temple pick right there. Good in general, but really good at holding the sides as she is quite large. And the Path Splitter does some mystical work on Tycho Temple as the ball is just going to be squished into the corners there. And those are your teams as we start up on this Tycho Temple map. Yeah, I'm gonna go with what you said. We're gonna see a whole lot of Among Titans.
Yep, it's gonna be quite interesting to see how this X Imi comp faces off against Asher Estelle. The ideas are very similar, right? Relatively a mobile brawler. But I think that in the goalie matchup, I would kind of prefer having the Asher here into the Mako compared to the X into the Dubu. Of course, like it isn't like it swings anything like crazy. I just think that in particular, Breezy Breezy is gonna have a lot of agency.
Yeah, I think you're right on that front. I would probably prefer Asher here in this situation, especially Asher accompanied from Estelle specifically, because she is so good at like kind of checkmating the corner, and then it's like, I mean, you can't send it back into that, and then Estelle is just like the champion at covering things like those out clears and getting to where you need to go. So I like the really strong forward brawler there with the coverage of Estelle. And Amy certainly can do the same thing. It's just slightly harder. You know, you have to prepare those primaries a little bit earlier. Cyber Swipe, quite good. And then, you know, I would say that the Sentry, the Firewall Sentry, is also kind of an X factor there for Amy. Really good on this map at like getting the ball right into that corner there, which is the best spot. And we'll see how they play it out, bro. We saw Bombateers just kind of crush last game. We indeed have six Among Titans, not 8. Maybe I have 2. 6 Among Titans on the map here, though. As we start off, look, oh my god, this Dubu is humongous. 6 kills, Dubu.
We'll see. Luke, though, playing proactively. That's what I like, right? If you're a goalie on Tycho Temple, you need to find opportunities to step up to the midline, put down some creations, and help the offense keep it contained. This map has kind of become one of the more stalling maps, right? One of the longer game duration maps because teams are so good on defense.
Yeah, I can't deny that. I mean, you'd think that it simply wouldn't, because having these drums would just make situations kind of unwinnable for goalies when the forwards just get like red balls from striking. I mean, Asher gets crushed right there. X Maximus active, passes midfield, gets the extra speed to catch up, and finds the kill, spending the flip. First kill for the side of Demon Time. Gonna be nice there from the Joker. And even work on this last barrier down on over to Xianzhu. Can they get it past the Dubu? They do actually win out, but then it was actually the Estelle that covered. A nice one there, shape-shifting. Really great strike there as well. Yo, the teams are playing nice already, as overtime is going to transpire, but Bomba, no barriers left.
There's the core speed you're talking about, but deflected easily, and I think one of the issues with this map in terms of like, oh, can the bounces overwhelm goalies? It ends up being that it's so easy to cover an entire lane by standing in the middle. There's a big KO, but flips available for the side of the Bombateers. Demon Time looking for an opportunity. That missed roll might have been it, but there's the Tofu Fortress. There's a crazy demon angle from Stealth Rock, and that's going to be the first point going to the Bombateers.
Well played, getting that right past Joker. Gumi can't seem to reach that spot. So first point here to the Bombateers. Indeed, Asher going in hard right there, reinforced with the log. Yeah, the barrier beam and the piercing shot are just going to kind of hit everyone down to just about 60%. Lots of energy gained from the side of Bombateers as well. And it looks like Luke isn't having too much trouble defending from this spot, especially with like Asher being your little second goalie there. Can't get in time, going to lose one barrier. Shape-shifting. Gonna hold the ball here with this dribble. Of course, Dubu on the backside. We can't get a kill here from Joker. They're gonna make sure we steal the enemy orb. A lot of possession here, though, from Demon Time. It's only a matter of time to get a nice strike into one of these drums as possible.
Yep, Joker looking for a survival here. Great KO by Xianzu, finding a big opportunity out of what seemed like nothing. Threezy Breezy could have gone for something on Xianzu, but decides to keep the flip, use it for something more meaningful. Luke, though, the roll and the flip, and bodies are flying across the map. You expected that roll to do some damage, and it indeed is.
Absolutely, especially with the powerhouse. Nice flip there coming out from Threezy is going to land that one. Really well played to get through the Mako secondary too. 2 points here for Bombateers, already looking quite strong in this team. Kind of what we expected, right? This Asher's really making great work when they get that ball into the corner. As we go up here, Luke gets the ball right on down. Gonna block the firewall sentry completely with those donuts. Joker gonna pass it right on through shapeshifting, grab one of those barriers. Although we're weak here, Threezy Breezy clinging on to life, but no abilities being spent. We have a defense situation, although Joker is going to certainly win out there with that X Maximus. And now Threezy, once again, clinging to life, getting knocked all over the place. They're not going to find a kill just yet, as the defense will be activated for Bomba. Actually not backing up. Threezy going face first, keeping themselves alive. Let's see if Joker can land this one. Godlike. Stealth Rock the champion.
Yeah, just gets it out of there. Great blink to make sure the goal doesn't go in, but getting this set in this point is looking like still a bit difficult for Bombateers. They need to get the barrier, they need to get the entire goal, and right now with an open net they're back with a Dubu who can't cover the entire thing but can come very close to covering the entire open net. We'll see, because Xianzu has a flip and is looking primed and ready to blink in.
True, Xianzu and Gumi both having that flips, but actually Stealth Rock does as well. The flip's being spent to clear the ball all the way down to the bottom, but it does find its way back into the corner. Asher activated here. Okay, a flip coming out from Xianzu is going to save that one. Nothing left except a power play here for Demon Time. Gonna have a little bit of stalling there from the Donuts. Now moving up to try to help with the defense. Not gonna use the flip. Thought they were large enough, which is honestly pretty understandable. I kind of thought that they were going to make it there in time, but sometimes the ball really do be squishing. It's kind of riding that edge there. So well played, great shot is basically the takeaway here from Demon Time.
Yeah, I thought that roll would catch too, but unfortunately that hitbox is smaller than it seems. Luke, though, trying to take matters into his own hands, has the flip, has the cooldowns, but forced to back up as they lose a barrier. Could be a big turnaround here, as almost every big cooldown is burned. Xianzu low, but has the resources to move forward here. Threezy Breezy looking for the KO, but the bounce is favorable for Demon Time as Stealth Rock looks for an opening, finds the setup, and a brilliant goal for the Estelle as Bombateers continue their win streak.
Yeah, especially realizing that Gumi had just spent the primary there, just launching all the projectiles as the Estelle gives you quite a good chance of getting the goal, and successfully doing so. Going to maintain the first pick here. See what we're going to grab. Extra special for some more abilities. Quite nice. Amy may be looking at what damage here. Okay, gonna look for some health. Xianzu trying to keep themselves alive. Joker not picking here, allowing the team player to go down to Dubu. I really like the team player pick here. Just really powerful on Taiko, and in general, definitely helps to hit those drums too. Gumi taking health, maybe away from this Asher. Quick strike on Asher, super strong too. So we'll see how effective that is. We've seen Demon Time basically took all the health that was available and 1-2 punch for X, which is very standard. So we'll be seeing some more kills from Joker, possibly, as the ball is being squished into the top side already. Look at all that damage being sent onto Joker. Not much left.
Not much, but those bounces, those rebounds looking quite good. Joker with the bell ringer. 2 barriers taken in Demon Time. It's looking like a different time right now. Big turnaround from the previous set as Threezy Breezy goes for the rebounds as well. It's a bit of a fresh look, though, and they're building up a ton of energy.
Yeah, quick 2 barriers and a kill. Spends the flip to take it there. No pummelers activated on this set, though. Goes in there to try to get some damage on to Threezy. Not going to find too much there. Actually staying in, holding the line there for real until we have our Estelle coming on back here, though. I really Really tough spot here for 3Z, is what I was going to say, as they do kind of get flipped and smashed all over the place. No evade is what I was going to say, but insane glitch pop is actually going to take that. Xianzhu totally on point there for that pass. Oh, and it gets the stun beautifully.
Yeah, just completely cut off the strike from Stealth Rock, perfectly placed. And that kind of cooldown usage, not very common even in North American Strikers League. Xianzhu, of course, the closest player to being MVP, other than the MVPs themselves. NASL, not a league with very varied MVPs, I gotta say. It's been the same two people.
Well, what are you gonna do when those same two people are just so freaking good, right? Although, power play here for Demon Time. See if they can get some of these barriers. Great stalling here from Stealth Rock. Okay, loses that interaction. Only one of the barriers down. Joker wins out there. Still not going to grab this barrier. A lot of pressure. We got 3Z Breezy on back here, though. Gumi going to use the secondary to assist. Get the team a little bit faster there. 3Z now getting their hands on the ball. Spends the path splitter, but nothing to be split there. Nice wait from Luke is going to at least not let them get flipped too closely, but we do have 3 flips on the side of Demon Time. They are certainly looking at taking this goal as long as they can get that final barrier. They're not going to flip until they get that barrier. You already know, unless it's on defense.
3 flips available. Looking for an opening. 3Z Breezy hit away, but the core speed across the entire map, a triple pass is perfect. And the Bombateers, they just cash out.
Yeah, I mean, damn. Team player overtime, actually so godlike. Does see that Gumi spent a flip there. Nice Rose Warp to grab that one. Flips it onto the bottom side. Gumi is aware of what's going on now. And again, the defensive ult here from Xianzhu makes it tougher to get these barriers. Okay, we get a flip. Actually, a counter flip there as well. Luke using a lot of their resources in the situation, but still holding on to that barrier. Xianzhu has their hands on the ball on the bottom side here, though. Trying to give the ball to Joker, who is going to flip for this barrier. Tries to bull rush in, but actually completely stuffed by the somersault. Donuts activated on the bottom side as Shapeshifting is waiting to win some of these strike wars.
Looking for an opportunity. Xianzhu to the Joker. Unable to find the passing lane this time as 3Z Breezy walks up, has a knockback reduction, barely moving even a centimeter here. This Asher character in the corner is deadly, looking for an opportunity, but no good strikes. No cooldowns burned, but 3Z's going to have them before too long. Gotta watch out, but he's gone.
Yeah, first second of overtime, we got a strike on in there. Red ball. That's just how it goes. Nice pass here from Maka, who's also getting a red ball from that passive. Boom! Right there, right on through. The core speed does win games by itself sometimes. Nice pass to get it away from the opposing team. Get the donuts set up on the top side. 3Z Breezy is in position to at least hold that side. Going to lose the situation against the Joker, who does have flip. They're going to have to get a little bit closer here, though. The sentry's going to help them get on through. The path splitter is going to make them just about nothing. Oh, okay, they were going for the Omega combo because that flip was a little bit farther from the goal than I think they wanted to, but no, he was about to die. Got to use that flip. Now, don't have any flips left to really score this one. Gumi spends their last flip, but a beautiful redirect from Joker is going to go right in, right past Luke, and I mean, that is what the doctor ordered, or the chef, they all ordered that. That's what the Demon Time ordered.
Yeah, that's how a lot of pivotal points look on Taiga Temple, right? The core speed overwhelming, but everyone covering the lanes until finally a flip redirect becomes the angle necessary to secure a point. And that's what makes this map go so long. That's why this map is so stressful. Requires concentration at every single moment, as 3Z just has to walk away from that death trap of a flip.
Yeah, that was like, oh, Asher, but then it was like the entire team is punching you, and you're like, honestly, I'm probably gonna leave, and that's gonna be a kill for Demon Time. Big power play, but Joker is looking a little low, and they find something to even it up to a 2v2. Although a lot of pressure here being put on by Xianzhu, just the intimidating factor that Xianzhu's walking towards you is a little bit scary, but they do manage to clear it here as the team comes back, and now we got another 3v3 showing up. Almost grabs the goal, or almost grabs the barrier. 3Z Breezy there. Gumi not trying to flip just yet. Xianzhu working on one of their own. The core speed just going so fast, it goes right on back. Again, the donuts to counter the Firewall Sentry. Constantly seeing that happen, which is pretty fair, as Firewall Sentry is really good at pushing the ball where you need to go. The glitch pop is actually going to miss there. That was actually so rough. That could have gotten the barrier. Flip from Gumi finally spent the path splitter as well. Team player overtime once again, which might be the factor that this team is looking for.
Looking Shianzu, a flip, but Luke sends it away. And now the Joker, the one building up the flip soon. The rebound, not good. Stealth Frog with a misstrike. That's the barrier gone. That's a Joker with so much control. Flip available to the top side, Shianzu, but right to the Luke it goes. And right now it's Gumi, the one on defense duty. We'll see if this Tofu Fortress can hold.
That's going to be a rough spot. Nice reading the direction there. Yeah. Back up, back up. Okay, yeah. You got to back up, understandably. Not trying to strike War Joker directly there. We do have teammates on the board. It's going to be a great win there. Path splitter set up. A flip from 3Z might make it work. Great strike through. Joker actually decided to cover top, but went right towards the drum side there. Straight to 3Z Breezy. Priority air mail. And it's going to be going in there. 2-2 for this set. Bomba up one whole set, though.
Yeah, and the bombateers winning this one would be such a big momentum for them in this series, right? They're against Demon Time, which is like a super team, right? Like, they have assembled in traditional esports. This would be a high budget roster, right? Like, this would be salary cap right here.
Yeah. The Demon Time definitely has some hitters, as we'd like to say. But Bomba is doing something magnificent here, as they are controlling a lot of this game, even with a lot of interactions that they are not really winning. It feels like the comp is really just working out for Bomba. I just love what they're doing with the range that they have here, especially with the Asher and the Estelle, pushing it into the corner, and it just keeps happening. I see a lot of Gumi spending flips on defenses, and that's just what we have. Maybe when Luke is like moving up here with these Tofu Fortresses, as they're trying to work on here. Okay, we got a flip here from Joker. Shianzu gonna try to hand it on over, not trying to flip too late. Once again, all three players on Demon Time have this flip. The secondary is spent. They're gonna get really fast, but God, the defense from Bomba is so good. I mean, they're just blocking.
Yeah, that Tofu Fortress was flawless, but there's a big KO. The Joker, no flip now, and 50-50s. Luke guesses down. Joker goes up to the wider part of the goal, and the game is tied up. But there's the Demon Time we were waiting for, and maybe after this draft, they'll show us a different side of themselves. Maybe. It was just a warm-up so far, and they're now taking the lead, but we'll have to see after this draft concludes. Nothing immediately game-winning here, but a lot of generally good awakenings. My eyes are on that Twin Drive as well, as the explosive entrance. Dash Awakenings at a premium in a Mako game, as Twin Drive taken by 3Z Breezy instead. They're dropping down picks to the X to make sure he gets something, and I'm a little bit confused at the Demon Time draft. I'm going to be honest.
I was gonna say something, just a little something, but I really just held to give X Prize Fighter, and okay, I mean, that could work out for sure. They are definitely saying as long as this X is strong enough to kill, that will be our win condition, as we already see the X Maximus beating the crap out of 3Z. But still sort of to no avail. 3Z's hanging out, could grab that orb in the back if they want, as we have Luke moving up here and putting a lot of pressure onto the goal. They do have 3Z low, and we get, yeah, oh my gosh, we can see that the Mag Soul's also working overtime as well. Great strike from Luke to get the angle on that drum to steal that barrier. And now we do have, I mean, once again, I mean, we still have 3Z Breezy alive. No prize fighter stacks gained yet. Nice pass up here to Luke. We can see if we can get a squish in there, but oh, actually Shianzu blocking perfectly and stealing the top barrier. There's the Tofu Fortress, but they do get the barrier either way. A flip from Gumi, stuffed by the Crystal Thorns from Shapeshifting. So much pressure, bro, from 3Z and Shapeshift. I mean, they're in another... Oh, sorry. No, sorry, they're in another realm right now.
Yeah, and the Firewall Sentry setting up as well. Demon Time looking to start their offense here. They do have the energy for it. A lot of it used on the other end. The Glitch Pop almost covering the out clear, but Luke gets there just in time. And it's up to the Joker, really, the prize fighter stacker. Can he get it done?
Hopefully. I mean, Mako ended up taking Rampage, which is pretty interesting. I wouldn't have been too surprised if we saw X take the Rampage there, but really expecting the damage to work out as one barrier goes down here for Bomba. Luke gonna pass it on up, spend the secondary, and actually have almost a clean clear down onto that goal. We see that Gumi is really going for some sort of damage here. They just want to get that prize fighter stacked up. They're trying to deal some sort of kills, get some shatters going, but Not working out perfectly just yet. The evade from Stealth Rock is going to be just enough to get this Estelle, and they still don't even get it. Self passes the ball there. It's overtime, blasted into orbit. And now we still just have overtime. We have one barrier left here from Luke and Threezy. They do grab one of their own with that flip to help stall out the time. I mean, Fortress, there you go, right? In overtime, perfect to let their player come back.
We'll see. Dangerous here for Gumi. Flip available. Trying to get cash out on it on the bottom side, which is looking relatively empty. But Stealth Rock's there. The pressure collapses all at once. The barrier gone. And suddenly it's not looking as good as it once was for time. Everything changed in one moment.
Oh, nice. Yeah. We all knew the team player pass was coming there, and Xianzu was ready for that glitch pop, but it just isn't enough for this team to manage to get that point. We really do have Threezy. Pretty incredible, not only positioning, but like simply winning the strike wars that they're put into against Gumi surprisingly consistently. And even if failed, I mean, Stealth Rock, such good positioning. Once again, 2 for Fortress on the bottom side to just help get that bottom barrier as quickly as possible. Oh man, this team is just looking so good when they're winning.
Yeah, they do. If they can get the goal here, that would be huge. One set away from taking the entire series, but Stealth Rock low has to retreat. The Joker, Xianzu, flips available. The economy swinging in the favor of Demon Time. They can hold on just a bit longer, but there's an open net at their backs. And will Gumi be able to do so? The one without a flip. Stealth Rock looking for an opportunity. KO'd? Not quite. Barely surviving. No. Bouncing across the map. A flip expended. So many resources used by Demon Time for nothing.
It might not be Tofu Fortress not only blocking the barrier but also blocking Joker there from getting the kill. Still alive, not knocked against the drum. The X Maximus will certainly end it now, and they spend it all and they get 1 stack of prize fighter. Could it be enough for them to do that every point? Threezy Breezy approaching with their flip. Gumi has one to defend as well. Tries to maybe bait the flip out of Gumi and then keep possession there, but Gumi not taking the bait. Lots of good reactions here at this level of gameplay. Nice pass as well to go closer towards the drum and avoid the glitch pop too. A lot of pressure put on by Joker and Xianzu though. Can they get it out? Team player really does put on a lot of pressure as well to the other side. A flip from Luke. Maybe going to move up and make something happen, but not sure yet. We'll see.
We'll have to see. Threezy Breezy finds a strike ward. Theirs is a set lead for Bombateers, and can they convert this into a series win? We'll have to see after the draft.
Once again, Threezy just winning these strike wars against Gumi now. It's obviously hard, you know, but that is kind of what's securing these points maybe earlier than they should be. But let's see if this Asher gets some size. We do have Demolitionist on the board. Gonna hold out, gonna wait to see maybe if they can get Stealth Rock something nice. Okay, they actually do end up taking it before it still has to go. Taking heavy impact for Amy to help assist with this prize fighter, which seems to be their main source of victory, which could happen at some point, maybe with the extra damage of this draft. I mean, this is a tempo swing Dubu, possible deny, you know, from this X. Castle S is still quite good. Primary for Mako extra. And hey, honestly, Hotshot's quite good on Estelle in general, so not a bad draft at all. You are Bomba.
Yeah, not bad at all. Stealth Rock to Luke looking for the defense here. Bombateers have just been very consistent in their gameplay, right? I think Demon Time has had amazing moments, but they also kind of just like go for things and waste all their resources, and that's been the death of them a few points.
Yeah, it's possible that they really want to like get maybe like 2 more stacks of prize fighter, and then maybe then they could say, yeah, X will be able to now solo an entire health bar with their cooldowns, and that would be the win condition. But man, the ball control that Bomba has, especially in this corner, I mean, getting it to the corner is half the battle, and they're doing such a good job, and a lot of assistance here for Threezy Breezy, in addition to winning these strike wars, is going to get them another point. X still has not gotten another stack of prize fighter. I mean, that win condition seems to be going out the window at an alarming rate, so they might have to think of something slightly different, as they may not have more awakenings to take.
We'll see. Gumi to the bottom side. Luke on the defense. Both barriers taken by the Joker. Great strike aim there, as Threezy Breezy almost taken out, barely surviving. The bottom side of the goal wide open. And everything is going right for Demon Time for the moment.
There's a little voice in my head that said, why did you guys score when you could have killed that? Like, if you could have just passed a little bit more and killed that Asher and got another stack of prize fighter, that sounds insane to do in this game. But does get a stack, got one of these prize fighters going on there. Maybe that's enough to tip the scales. Maybe that literally that point win, and maybe this Rampage doing something could turn the tides for Demon Time. Although Bomba's still playing pretty incredibly. We got Stealth Rock a little low in the corner, kind of where Joker wants them to be, but now they're reversing the script, flipping the script onto Joker and getting that price, actually 0 stacks to price for any win condition that we thought might be out the window, although Xianzhu is not done yet, stealing that last barrier and trying to get the ball on out. Okay, a flip from Gumi is going to be successful. Joker returns to the board. Stealth Rock keeping possession into the hands of 3Z Breezy. Nice Rose Warp to block the bottom side. An assistance here from Luke. Not in position to grab the ball just yet. A little scary, but still maintain control of the ball. Once again, the Tofu Fortress to block the Firewall Sentry. And now Xianzhu approaching with the flip. It doesn't have to spend it. That was a really nice timed goal from Demon Time, and they get to keep that flip for Xianzhu.
Yeah, and with the set lead here, it's looking quite good for them. Xianzhu with the flip, like you mentioned. That guy's been one of the best at using flips, but we'll have to see if it's a brilliant time flip or a wasted time flip, because they've had both of those in spades. They don't need one for that barrier take, though, as Joker building up a ton of energy, and 3Z Breezy's got to watch out.
Yeah, the flip for both of these team members, both of these forwards, could be pretty destructive for this last little barrier. They might not flip until they get it. The Firewall Sentry and the Bull Rush, not enough yet. Flip from Xianzhu, gonna flip and dip, use the glitch pop to get it forward. Kind of getting do-booed here. Are they do-boo? Oh no, that's actually do. That's do-boo, not do-boo. When you lose it, it's do-boo. Either way, successfully winning that one. Luke is going to keep this barrier here with the help of Stealth Rock. Xianzhu goes in for the interception, but still not gonna get the barrier there though. Favorable for Joker. We got Gumi moving up. Not moving up too far, though. Still holding onto this barrier, trying to deal some damage to Stealth Rock. This could be a situation where they find a kill onto Shapeshifting. But now the ball is clear and has a chance to evade, and they're free-ish.
Yeah, they're defending, but they can't rotate to the offense. They're a team player team, right? They got the team player awakening. They need to find an angle for this Dubu to start firing off red cores. Right now, though, a flip baited out. Gumi, the resource gone. It's huge. This could be a turnaround for Bombateers in this set. A ticket for them to take the entire thing, maybe. But they'll have to be very careful. They need to maintain this one barrier, or else it gets a lot harder.
Yeah, the team player getting the ball so far out of X's hands there is like insanely valuable. And being almost uninterceptable from Amy, having the ball so fast, is like nothing but benefit. Now, they do have a power play here, though. Demon Time could get this last barrier without spending their flip. I mean, holy, they end up eradicating Luke right on off the map. That was like 4 different stuns. Joker tapping it in, making sure that that is completely successful with that flip. And there you go, Demon Time evening this one up. Bomba, they're looking good, but Demon Time is actually inching a little bit closer towards the win condition that might be this Prizefighter X.
Yep. It is looking quite scary because they are just reliably getting these KOs, right? They have passed the point where they need to worry about how much potential damage they have. And now they are in a spot where they can just damage dump and figure out scoring after they have a massive striker advantage. And that is scary. Zerker for 3Z Breezy is actually going to be super valuable in a game where he is taking a lot of damage, but I'm more afraid of Demon Time. They got a lot of speed on the board. They're going to be so much faster than they were last set.
Absolutely. We always talk about the weaknesses of X not having like all the mobility he could ever want. Sometimes Super Surge is all you need with the X to get into that one position that just gets you there. You know, it's just enough to make it work. Now, before it was at 70%. At 35%, maybe it's enough, but still 25% extra damage on that Bull Rush is going to be quite devastating. As Shapeshifting, going to have to grab an orb to keep themselves up here, though. 3Z Breezy going to win an interaction there to help get the ball a little bit closer. Although now it's Luke 2v1. Okay, the assistance there as well from Stealth Rock is going to keep that barrier up. Here comes the Firewall Sentry, although they clear it right on out there. Here comes Dubu with the thing. Dubu! You end up using the Tofu Fortress and getting owned because of it. Sometimes that is going to happen. But wow, the glitch pop in addition to Joker punching it in. Okay, I mean, Demon Time, they're so back. In fact, they're winning. They have a lead.
Yeah, it is looking real good for Demon Time. They have the flip advantage as well. This is looking like the turnaround for them, and a lot of damage on 3Z Breezy, who, with the additional speed in the entire game, is finding it more difficult to find those opportunities he was earlier, right? Like, when everyone is faster, you're relatively slower. It's so much more difficult to play as the Asher, but the bounces will take a barrier, and maybe it's not too bad for the Bombateers.
No, but certainly a guaranteed single barrier there. Okay, double barrier, and spends the cooldowns as well. Just kind of be fruitless there for Luke. Although Joker still maintaining their life by spending that evade. Might not be able to get this orb. They're going to be kind of out of the play for a little bit, though, but still threatening to get their strikes in there. I mean, all you need is strike to make the game work. Xianzu trying to hold the line as well, while Joker heals up just a little bit. Gets blasted against the drum, and yeah, it was just enough, even at that angle, to get knocked on out. And now Mako spending the ultimate there. The base drop is not going to work out too well either, although the barrier does hold. 2 flips for the side of Bombateers as well. 3Z finally in the position that Asher should be, although that log might actually be curtains. Kind of sends it right on back to Demon Time, although the Tofu Fortress is now up. We'll see if they can get it out here with Xianzu.
The rebound's good from Southrock, but 3Z Breezy blown up. Can't be a Berserker if you're dead, unfortunately. And Southrock now dribbling, trying to keep it safe, but it's going to be difficult. A Strike War win from Joker. No flip to be found there, even with 2 up. It's just a complete outplay. It's a complete misplay. It's Joker taking matters into his own hands and 1 point away from sending us to Game 3.
Yeah, understandable what Southrock was going for there. Trying to get the stun in addition to the strike with that piercing shot. But yeah, Joker a little too big, a little too fast, a little too active to make that one work. Okay, Miner actually really wasn't in range there, so nice strike there from Gumi. The flip is going to at least land them one of those barriers. Stealth Rock looking quite weak, but again, flipping the script onto Joker, trying to deal a lot of damage left and right. They do actually shatter them away, but still not stopping. Ends up getting the passive from Mako kill. I mean, that really good luck there from Gumi to hold on to that one. Now they have this big old power play. See if they can get something done. Once again, Xianzu probably going to wait till the next barrier goes down to get the flip or a kill. They have been doing a lot of killing here with that flip. 3Z not going to fold just yet. Getting some extra energy there from that. Negate the final barrier as well. The Path Splitter is going to make their chances of scoring really high. Luke moving up. Oh, scary. Barrier's still going to hold, dealing some damage to Joker as well. The Firewall Sentry going to get nullified ever so slightly by the Tofu Fortress as overtime rolls through.
And Joker looking for the dribbles, looking for the barrier to take Luke in a good spot. Team players it out of there. And Joker finds a KO. Can they trade back onto the stagger? Joker is the question, but the answer is looking like no. Barrier still defended, the one saving grace for Bombateers, but still not looking very easy. Joker with the flip available. Good strike one by Stealthrock. Flip baited out. And that's a KO as well. The Super Surge Bull Rush you mentioned. Just enough to get so many things done for Demon Time.
Yeah, this barrier has a heart of gold. Luke still holding it, but they are not stopping dealing damage to this team. Bombateers, once again, finds the power play in the opposing favor here, and they finally do get the barrier. The core speed is just enough. Whoa, okay, knocked into space. Joker not going to find themselves on the board for 10 more seconds. See if they can get a goal here. Bomba might make it work out. Crazy kill from 3Z. Big 3v1 situation against Gumi. Gonna flip, gonna knock it as far as possible. Team player still gonna get the ball really fast into the hands of Bomba, into the hands of Breezy. Breezy gonna try to drag it to themselves. Maybe the assistance. Nice. Actually, just like, honestly, 3Z Breezy is the Joker there. Just really making so many tricks here. Nice self-dribble. Honestly, that was kind of godlike. Well deserved.
Yeah, that was ridiculous from 3Z, and this point's ridiculous too. The core speed starting off at full speed. One barrier already gone, and if they can keep up this pace, if they can take Joker out of the equation, that's huge. Luke stepping up, the log not even necessary. 3Z Breezy to the bottom corner. It's match point.
In a blink of an eye, right? We get another point here from Bomba, bringing it to G5.5. And now, starting on to the top side, we got the secondary there from Gumi to try to make their chances of winning this kickoff pretty high. But still, once again, Bomba with such good defense maintain possession. Hard to get it past this Asher. I mean, we can see that Joker is actually punching backwards to just try to get in front of 3Z Breezy, but it's not really working out. Oh my, nice. Standing on the orb is going to instantly heal them and not really affect the positioning of the play all that much. Grabs the second barrier. Huge. Tries to get it in here with the piercing shots. Not going to work out just yet. 2 barriers still in hand. 1 barrier left from Bomba. Trying to hold the line here with that Tofu Fortress. Does kind of make a little lane to strike through, but the glitch pop is going to get the second barrier. Flip spent from Stealth Rock to get the huge power play. They can't make any mistakes here against Xianzhu, who has a few strikes away from Flip. Gumi as well has a flip of their own. Now we get the log coming in hot. Huge strike from Stealth Rock to end the game, end the series. Bombateers takes it over Demon Time 2-0 with that incredible drum play. I mean, that's gameplay right there. Bombateers really making the 1+1 = 3 there. Incredible.
Yeah, I did not believe in them heading into the series. I was a doubter. But they got it done. 3Z Breeze in particular, spectacular. Stealth Rock, so reliable in the midfield, and Luke, especially in the later stages of that game, manipulating the team players so well to make the lives of Demon Time so difficult. Just nimbly navigating the difficult situations, especially against Joker and Xianzhu in the corner, a duo that is one of the best to ever do it. And we say one of the best to ever do it all the time, but that duo is crazy good. And in the end, it really came down to 3Z Breezy making hero plays, Stealth Rock winning the 1v1s against Xianzhu in the midfield, giving the team a chance. And those strike wars, so important.
I mean, look at these numbers. We have infinite damage, so we don't have to talk about the damage, but we could talk about the KOs. I mean, look at which team do you think won this without looking at the goals? I mean, that
Xianzhu.
Is 21 kills.
Xianzhu stat line.
Yeah, redirects, just insane, like non-stop hitting the ball. So much control, and yet the team on the bottom here was successful in their wins. Luke, and it's like Luke and shapeshifting, defending in like the 2v3, just for so long. I mean, look at the kills. For so long in these power plays did they survive with the help of that Tofu Fortress and just a good gameplay. I mean, they made such quick work of those barriers. I mean, it was like we said, in a blink of an eye. They were like, let's just even this up. We'll get a game 5. Boom, happened, nonstop. This team actually is going to the top. Incredible gameplay. Bomba, y'all goats, y'all goats.
Yeah, not the goats of past seasons. Not the team named the goat. But they are looking quite good. 1-1 heading into week 3 is a great place to be. Lots of potential in that stat line. And with that, that's it for us, NV. Anything you want to say before we hand it off to the next block?
Not really. I just, those are incredible games. We're glad to cast with you once again, and no one go away, bro. It's like non-stop hitters from here. I mean, veterans, rookies, you're going to see it all from today, bro. Saya, take us home.
See ya, everyone. Rats versus Bozo up next.